Okay. So, I think what I'll do is I'll just say fuck it and skip a lot of what would be general, just standard affair stuff, just because I don't really need to worry about it all that much. So, infusion gives me access to psi metal, which means there we go. Really? Pre-coded spells, huh? Who sells it, though? That's the big question. No. Back up. Head spawn. So, is it the Lightbender that sells it? Doesn't seem like it. Then the Catalyst. No. Is it under guidance? No. Huh. Wouldn't be under Wayfinder. Store, you should be able to buy pre-coded spells. That's what I'm looking for, but y'all motherfuckers don't sell it. I doubt the Infernal will have it. No. Fabricator? No. Quartermaster? Definitely no. So, where is this mysterious shop that I'm supposed to be finding? Because I'm not finding it. And I feel real fucking dumb about it, but like there's no shop for it. I already talked to the quartermaster. Wouldn't be with the machinist, maybe the fabricator. No, fabricator doesn't have it. I was literally just here. Maybe the enchanter? No, nobody has the thing. Maybe the magician. No. So, what shop am I supposed to be buying spells from? Exactly. Huh. I don't... What fucking store? You'd think it'd be under magic, but neither of these motherfuckers have it. So, like, what am I... Common ink, enchanting table, megatorch, glyph of conjure mage light, yada yada yada. Alright, nah, this shit ain't happening, so you know what? I'm gonna say fuck that. And I'm gonna go home. Now, unfortunately, I don't think this one has the power to be able to do greater infusion. No, I need 250. And I've only got 100. I forgot I could just do that because infusion works on all tiers. So, yeah, I gotta make a whole new fucking CAD. Alright, so I've always been a glowstone kind of guy. I'm gonna need a new battery. Bunk. Take that out. Oh, right. Yeah. Forgot. Yeah, I had way too much grammar to that. The fuck is a flash ring? Wait, what? Oh, yes. Oh, oh yes. Oh yes. Give me a stack of that and a stack of that. Bam, bam. Controls, keybinds. Master keybind should be set to C. Oh. Oh. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Okay. I guess I'd prefer not. Man, I don't know. Let me see what the flash ring does. Hmm. What does the flash ring do? Hmm. Okay. Interesting. I think I'm gonna go with Ebony. Now I need the Giga battery. Honestly, I don't even really need an infusion anymore. So let me see if I can remember how to do this. So let's say, for instance, that I want to, I don't know. You know what? This should be simple. Conjure a mage light. I want its time to be infinite, but I want its position to be on a vector sum of the position pointed out by see if I can remember how to do this. The raycast created by vector A to vector B should look something like that, I think. Yeah. No. Oh, right. Yeah, because it needs to be up by 1. There we go. Okay. So now that that's done, let's do something a little bit more complicated. I want to try making a 3x3 break. So this needs to get deleted because that needs to get moved over. I need this position so that'll take the direct position that I'm looking at. Then I want to combine it with this might not work the way that I want it to, but I am tempted to try it. So It's going to be one out on either side. Then I need it to combine. Because I'm honestly not expecting this to work the way that I'm thinking it's going to. I've got the potency and potentially the complexity to do it. So, we'll see. So, X. Okay. Then I need it to be another one. And again, we'll do and you can kind of see maybe where I'm going with this. Maybe I'm just being dumb here, but I'm thinking. So that's X. This will cover Z. So this is the forward and backward axis. And then if I do another one, I was so upset. Okay. So X, Y, and Z. Hopefully, this will do what I'm expecting it to do. If it doesn't, well, that'll be interesting, won't it? Okay. Um, Shit. Um, I forgot that the break sequence is a whole thing. Wait, so no. It would have to be a new XYZ. That is A, that is B, and that is C. And that's going to be my spread. The target. The position I want dictated by combination of that Is it not set to loop? Should be. Oh. That's neat. Anyway. Vector raycast. Created by position and sight from the caster. This is probably completely asinine, but... Or no, I want that to be vector A. I want that to be vector B. To a max of... I think 27 is the number I'm going for, but... Yeah, I'm not going to get that. So can I get 18 at least? Nope. I can get 17 at most. So... Yeah, that's not even a full setup. Let me go give it a shot, though. Because I definitely did that wrong. What the fuck? Then what are you... Huh? What? It should be extending outward. Because it's evening itself out. Shit. I didn't even think about that. I'm stupid. I can simplify that so much. Oh, never mind. No, I can't. Okay. So, clear everything. So, I do want blink. I think blink will be extremely helpful for quite a lot of things. I'm gonna be myself. Ooh. Counts items in your inventory identical to the one in your target slot. I do want it to be trying to think of how I could set a variable that I could control without giving an explicit number. So I don't know how to save vectors. That's the big thing that I don't know. Ah, okay. So this is the one that I want. And then slot number. Okay. So it's 1 through 8, or it's 0 through 8 for the starting set in the hotbar. Then it starts at 9 in the top left, down to 35. Okay. So then I'll do 35. Let me guess. Yeah, this outputs a number. What? Oh, I see. Because you want just a raw number, right? Yeah, you just want a raw number. All right, fine. 3 is a typically pretty safe bet if I want to go through most walls. Okay. Trying to find a way to save a position, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to. Or at the very least, I don't know how I would go about doing that. Saved vector from CAD memory. So maybe it just takes into account previous locations that I've used things. Sadly, there's no, like, if statements or then statements that I can make with this. Let me see if I can. No, I can't. I can't make conditional statements, unfortunately. Like, it'd be really helpful if I could, but like, I just don't have the ability to do so. Thankfully, though, all the time that I've been dicking around here has been time that these have been generating materials, so not at all bad. I guess I'll get rid of that and just kind of make some of the more basic stuff. Although, I really want to try and make like a 3x3 break, like on my own. Because it's something I still have yet to do. So, naturally the max is going to be 9. Because there's nothing I can do about that. Position, I do want to be determined by a statement that I do know will work. Like, that part I'm not, not bothered by or don't understand. Like this part, fine. That's great. And then this will tell it the block specifically that I need it to focus on. So that is the position that I'm looking for. Now the target is going to include it might be worth it to do a raycast from that position. So I did this. With the position starting there. And the ray or no, I want it to be 1. Okay. So X and Z are both increased by 1. And then vector A there. No. Maybe not. I don't. So that expands it out in the X and Z direction by 1. Which would mean I would need another 1 to Okay. X, Y, and Z all go up by 1. So that's 1, that's 1, that's 1. If I'm getting a raycast, I want not an additive raycast. I want a projection raycast. No, not a rotate. Where's the projection? Projection. So from vector A, from that, oh, okay. So the projection isn't quite what I want. Then I would need to repeatedly extract the XYZ and just pull it outward from there. Then I'd have to aim for the bottom corner. Yeah, no, that's not gonna work. I do want to try the variable blink though. Oh wait, no, that's right, I couldn't. Oh, hi there. Right. I forgot about that. Fuck all that. Because it doesn't place it on the side that I need it to. I want it to place it on the side of the block. And I think I, something like that. In theory, this should. No. That, in fact, doesn't work. So why doesn't it? And it should output a number. Block's presence and solidity. I see. So instead of doing it like that, I should probably do it like this instead. Man, I don't know. How the hell is... It's not just as simple as doing this, is it? No. Including XYZ puts it inside the block, and that's not what I want. Break gas just throws it out 32 blocks wherever. That's also not what I want. So I would need a new vector that would take into account the block's existence and would allow me I don't know. Wait. Doesn't that work? No, that doesn't. Yeah, that doesn't stop it. So God, has it really been that long? So what if I did a new raycast that starts from the raycast, targets my position, goes by 1, so its position would be there. The ray would be that. And then this one's projection would be at most 1. So at any given opportunity, no, the position would need to be there. And then this would be that. Yeah, okay. So now, at any given moment, the block that I target, it'll take its position, pull it towards me by 1, and throw down a light. In theory, that's how that should work. I think. And I could compact this all together and clean it up, but I'm not worried about that. This is why we can't have nice things. Yeah. Okay, so that's not working. Why? Because this doesn't fucking care about that. So it should be like that. Then. No. That's not working. Why? Do I need to round the vector? I might need to. I can't do decimal, so. Is there a way to vector up? Round. No, that's not gonna. Fuck. So then. 4, 128 minus 15. So it's putting it in the ground, which is not what I want. So maybe I want to set this to 2 instead. No, because it's still not. That's the problem, is it's not projecting the ray back at me. Even still, it's not. So then what if I use a negated vector instead of the positional vector? So instead of where I'm looking, it gives me an opposing vector to feed it. That way it sends me like an opposite sort of like visual acuity kind of deal. Oh. Okay, so it doesn't like when I'm looking down. But if I'm looking up, it's fine. That might not be quite what I want. Let me move the raycast to here. I'll connect that there. So, what if instead of doing that, I instead take the negated vector of the raycast, and that becomes the ray that I'm projecting out of from the block. Does that work? No, because it's still feeding me a number in the floor. And that's not what I want. So, long story short, I know this combination sends out a spot That's way too much. You know what then? What if instead of doing it that way, I do it this way? So B onto A gives me the position along the line. Or no, I want not the dot product. No, it might be dot product. It might be dot product. So that should give me the point with which I can use to apply this. No. Damn. Let me try that. See if that gives me what I'm looking for. I don't think that's what I want. Unless it is. That might be exactly what I want. Hold on. No. Yeah, that's not doing me any help. So it's trying to spawn it at the coordinates that I was showing in chat. So I'm guessing then that okay, hold on. So if I just do that. So that should 128.14. Yeah, so that spawns it in the block, which is not what I want it to do. So, but it is getting the right idea. So if I do, say, that. 133, 132. And it doesn't have a max right now, so... Okay, so it can't hit something that's like 11 blocks away. Good. So... what I want it to do now is take that point and I see why that fucked up. Okay. Huh. Okay. Because it's easy enough to just say, oh, I want to point it at the ground, and then I can just do, oh yeah, y plus 1, done. But I want it to, at any side of the block, any face of the block I point it at, when I point at it and pull the trigger, it places a block on the face of the block that I'm pointing at, rather than trying to force it into the block like it has been. But that requires me to take the facing of the block that I'm looking at, get the information on it, and then extrapolate that into a ray that then projects from the point that I initially targeted back at me to then place a light. So I would need probably to adjust sight to be up there. So then I take this ray here, and I need to, I guess, then rotate that. I guess if I rotated it on the y-axis 180 degrees. Because y is the vertical axis rotating the vector in the x and z plane. If I did it on the z-axis, it would rotate it in the x and y. And then if I rotated it on x, it would be in the y and z plane. So, yes, I do want it rotated on the y plane. at an angle of 180 degrees. So it'll turn it around. And then I want a new ray cast. No, I want that. On that position with that ray out to a max of, we'll say 3 just to be safe. So now this should give me what I'm looking for, right? No, because it's not. All right. So, hold on, let me see. Because I wanted to give me both locations. Yeah, it's not even attempting to, like, send it back. If I target it in incomplete block, it doesn't care. So if I delete that, that's the one that gets nullified on non-solid blocks. So isn't there a like a closest entity situation? Because I'm almost certain there's a target entity situation. Okay. I don't know. I'm not... Oh, shit. No, that's not... Yeah, that's not what I want. Because that's gonna... Yeah. Shit. Okay. Never mind then. Because none of these are... Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, that's going to do it for this one. I thought it was going to be a shorter stream, but it turned out to be pretty solid on its own. I'm not sure how specifically I'm supposed to do this. Like, maybe I want the subtraction dealio. And that's how... No, because I'm still getting basically the same position. It's just not... This is supposed to be... Yeah, this prints out the target. So... What if I just... I know this sound really fucking stupid, but what if I just do... Now it's lower. So if it's lower, then what if we swap it over to this instead? Be vector A, that would be vector B. No, now I'm getting the same position again. So maybe roll reverse. Then let me try the projection. From A to B. Still giving me 128. What are you specifically pulling when you do... Yes, you're basically pulling the same thing. I guess that's what happens when you're doing that. Okay, then what if I do that instead? Huh. Oh. Okay, so if I do... that... Huh. Now why... Oh, right, 'cause it's not, yeah. Okay, so that gives me basically the position of the block that I'm looking at. So, like, if I'm standing here, this is 6, -17, which is understandable. This gives me the position I'm looking at. On the same level, but altered slightly. That might actually be the vector I'm looking for. Wait, really? There's no way. So if I just slap a conjure mage light on that. Fuck. Okay. So it works on the top and bottom. Now I just need to figure out how to get it to work on the sides. So all right. That's gonna be it for this one. See if it looks next time.